right, so we're here with Joe Trippi, father of the revolution. What'd you think, man?
I thought it was great. I mean, I really thought the format was great. I think it really opened up the debate in ways that we haven't seen in the earlier kind of more establishment debate. I mean, that's what I think part of what was going on was the mainstream media, the establishment didn't ask the questions tonight. I mean, even though it may have picked the top 25 questions or whatever, it was real people asking them. And I thought that really made a difference. I mean, because real people had angst about their health care. Not in a way a talking head or a journalist would have angst about it, or even, they're trained to not display it. So I think it actually opened the candidates up, made them more emotional and more human in a lot of ways.
Do you think this format is going to continue in presidential debates?
I hope so. I thought it was a great debate. I really thought it was different than the same old, and it's sort of like, I think it really did open up big differences between the candidates.
Do you wish that you would have had this in 2004, this format for Howard Dean?
But it's kind of hard to imagine since we didn't have YouTube in 2000. It's like that's part of the thing. It's like you keep on looking. We only had 1.4 million blogs in 2004. There's 71 million blogs now. I mean, everything. We didn't have MySpace, Facebook. We didn't have any of this stuff. YouTube. We had Meetup.com, which was big, and it's a big improvement from what McCain had in 2000. But it's really kind of an amazing thing. It makes you wonder, like, what text messaging revolution, or what's the next, for somebody who keeps watching this stuff and keeps trying to push the envelope, it's just amazing the tools we have that are different this time and the power of them. So YouTube, who would have imagined there'd be a YouTube debate?
Any advice for Republicans?
I think you guys are in deep trouble in the general election. I really do, because
Not for the YouTube debate.
Oh, for the YouTube debate?
September 17th.
Do the Republican candidates know what YouTube is? Seriously, I think you guys got to worry, because I really believe that it's the competition. It's that Obama's got 258,000 people giving him money. Edwards has 100,000, and we're desperately trying to figure out how we catch up with Obama, and Hillary's trying to figure out how she catches up with Obama, and Obama's trying to figure out how he keeps ahead of Edwards and Hillary. That massive drive of competition is creating a gigantic community that the Democratic nominee is going to inherit. Whereas on the Republican side, the competition just seems to not be quite as intense, or even there in some cases. And so you wonder what the nominee is going to inherit from the rest of the field. So that, in the general election, you're going to have, like, Kerry sucked at the internet. He sucked in 2000, but he still was the beneficiary of Howard Dean and Wes Clark and Edwards. So when $100 million comes in, a lot of it over the internet, but that's inheriting Howard Dean and the community that we all built. So now when you see how that's growing even bigger this time because of competition on the Democratic side, and you see how on the Republican side there's almost no competition, no real competition for supremacy on the net, it means the Republican nominee is going to inherit almost nothing. Not just the list size, but I mean in terms of experience and how do you create something like the hair video that we did, that get some experience, what catches, what works, what doesn't. Because of the competition on our side, I think you're going to have real practitioners, people who really understand it, who've been knee-deep in it, and are building these communities. And on the Republican side, so you're just going to get dwarfed. I really think that's got to be a big worry. There are already big problems with being the Republican nominee as it is. Carrying George Bush's baggage. It's just the same way it would be if we'd been in power for the last 8 years. You start running into that sort of exhaustion. But then on top of that, to not be as competitive in this new medium, which is really rare for Republicans. Republicans usually have supremacy in a new medium. Whether it be direct mail or talk radio. So this is a real first, I think, and it's something I'd be worried about if I were Republican.